Howdy, everybody, and welcome in on a Monday afternoon to the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show, joined in the studio by Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director, Sammy Burdnett, right here. How are you, Coach?
How about them Cowboys?
Boy, got a little iffy there for a while.
No, I was sitting here going, don't do it. But the broadcasters were talking in 9 minutes in the fourth quarter about how, this is a good win and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this game got a lot to go. So I'm doing the math. It's a 3-score game. Next thing you know, it's should have been a 6-point game. I got to panic mode for a little bit.
I think Dallas got a little conservative too early. They put in their third-string running back and took some of their defensive guys out and had to put them back in.
Well, a pick six, when you run a bootleg, knowing there's probably going to be a linebacker falling underneath there somewhere, you ought to put over the top of him. Makes a little sense too.
Dak was not. I don't think Dak has been good since the calf sprain. I mean, he's been adequate, but I don't think he's been as good as he should be.
I think the defense. I got to go to a game and watch him play and saw some receivers open that he missed. Didn't see them. I think sometimes he may get locked into one guy or one check down and off we go. But that's a different topic. But
you know,
I think Dak's a good quarterback. I really do.
I do too, and I like Dak. I like what he stands for. I think he's good. I think we really miss Tony Pollard too, because Zeke is not the Zeke we used to know.
I love Tony Pollard.
Oh, me too. I love me some Tony Pollard. The talk is now that they're going to let Zeke walk after next year and sign Tony to the big deal.
Amen.
So we shall see what happens. Zeke just doesn't look all that healthy like he
got
used to.
all that money. He doesn't have to grind anymore.
But who's the beast of the defense out there?
Yeah, that would be the boy from Penn State.
Micah Parsons is amazing.
Yeah, he's really good.
But to have him and Lawrence, and now Randy Gregory had a sack and that interception yesterday, phenomenal. Their defense is really
they're
solid.
Coming around. And they're healthy. They got a chance to get in the playoffs and do something.
I do too. They've got a 3-game lead with 4 games left.
They got that old number 7 in the back end. It ain't bad either. Old Diggs is pretty good.
He's pretty good. I tell you, Anthony Brown had a good game yesterday for the most part.
They played well up until when everybody said it was over when it wasn't.
I know. No, hey, it ain't, as Yogi Bear used to say, it ain't over till it's over.
That's
okay?
Right.
And football. Well, we do have some football to talk about. We're going to do our picks for this week. It's state title week in Arlington. So we're going to give our picks today since we have some Wednesday games, and we'll recap what we did last week. But speaking of recap, how about our Lady Lions and Lions basketballers?
Yeah, let me take a moment to go through that. But our freshman girls went to the Zephyr tournament and came back with a first-place victory, so congratulations to them. Our freshman boys went to the Hamilton tournament. They are 9-1 for the season. They dropped the championship game to Kennedale. So they finished second place in the Hamilton tournament. Our JV boys went 2-1 and finished second in the Hamilton tournament, dropping their game to Kennedale as well, I think. And then the varsity boys traveled to Ballinger and defeated Lakeview, San Angelo Lakeview. They beat San Angelo Central's JV. They beat Anson. They beat Coleman and came back with a first-place victory. I think that's, 8 in a row stuck that they've won. So congratulations to Coach Parker and the boys program, what they're doing. Our girls, JV girls played the Goldthwaite on Friday and were successful. It was a close-fought ball game, back and forth. Were successful, and then they traveled to Mason and played a game over there and were beat. But I think they lost by 2 points. And then our girls played Goldthwaite Friday night at Warren Gym and came out on top in a big way. So congratulations to both of the boys and girls programs and what they're doing. I think that they're right on pace to get to where they want to be by district, to play at the best level that they can play at, to be successful and make a district run. You know, we got the Holiday Classic coming up soon during the Christmas break. Our girls' soccer program kicked off their scrimmage, and I'm sorry, I kept saying it was Abilene Cooper. It's actually Abilene Wiley. But if you know me, you know I make mistakes quite often.
Never. That's the first one ever.
My scheduling is, I always get my scheduling confused. But the JV girls won. The varsity girls dropped their match 3-1. Coach Musqueda was extremely proud of the girls and what they did in that scrimmage first time together. They're off today. They're gone right now to Snyder. They're playing Snyder. That game was moved up a day. Excuse me. So they're scrimmaging Snyder today in Snyder. And then also wanted to mention that their scrimmage that was scheduled for Friday against China Spring has been postponed due to the fact that China Springs playing in the state championship. Okay. So they'll get back to that maybe Saturday, or they may have to wind up canceling that thing.
Right.
But
take note of that.
Very understandable.
No soccer Friday. Okay, very
Did I
good.
miss anybody? No, I think I did pretty
I'm
good.
looking at your little doodle right there.
I always try
You
to-
always do a little doodle on
on
your
one
paper.
page, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who that is.
That's the Rat Man.
Okay, the Rat Man.
Yeah. You know,
Okay, big nose.
Rat
Man, yes. All right. Hey, since I'm not sure about Wednesday, since we're all going to be in Arlington watching football and stuff, I don't know if we're going to do a show or not. That's kind of up in the air. So let's go ahead and talk about what's coming up later this week.
Sure. Tomorrow, the girls will go against Abilene. Girls, let me back up. I'm already messed up again. Our Lady Lions will travel to Burnett. They'll take on the Burnett Bulldogs at 5:15. That's varsity and freshman and JV. And then the varsity girls will play at 6:30. See if I can slow down and get it right without butchering everything. The Lions boys basketball will host Abilene Cooper at 4:30, 5:30, and 6:45. But I do want to note we're having a toy drive. So if you bring a new or unwrapped toy, that'll get you free admission to the game. Each toy gets an admission, so one person, one toy, one admission, 2 toys, 2 admissions. That's going to go to the toy drive for the Toys for Kids programs here in town, so I think that's a great thing that the basketball team's doing. So tomorrow night at Warren Gym, the Lions will take on the Abilene Cooper Cougars at 4:30, 5:30, and 6:45. Bring a new or unwrapped toy, get free admission to the game.
Can't beat that. All right. Since we talked about not sure Wednesday, what do we got the rest of the week? Go
Okay.
ahead if you don't mind.
You bet on Friday, the Lions will go to Wichita Falls Rider. They'll play at 3 o'clock, freshman and JV, and the varsity will play at 4:30. The Lady Lions will travel to Abilene Wiley. They'll play 2 games at 2, and then the varsity will play at 3. And then, like I said, the soccer game with China Springs, or soccer scrimmage with China Springs, was postponed. So boys and girls still going through the week, playing some basketball, and then soccer is on the road, but we sort of stopped them right now because of the China Springs situation. And then soon the boys will kick off their scrimmage season. So excited about what's going on.
All right, we'll have to get Coach Westerman in here sometime soon on the new boys soccer coach. All right, great stuff. Again, Wednesday you'll be in Arlington. We'll be in Arlington. May football. You'll be hanging out for a couple of 3 days. And, of course, we have our toy drive out here on Wednesday, too. So that's going to be a busy day for all the folks back here at the radio station. But big day on Wednesday. All right, let's get to the picks right here. Last week we picked 20 games. Guess who sat at the top last week?
Star.
Well, that's close. It does start with an S.
Oh.
And guess again.
Well, I guess I got a little lucky.
It's not
because
Stuckley.
The games that I missed weren't even close. They weren't even ball games.
Well, you went 14-6. I was 11-9. Star actually a respectable 9-11 for the 3 weeks now. You're 46-12. I'm 40-18, and Star is 22-36. Derek will be there, but he missed that 1 week.
It's over.
He said it was over.
No, it can't be. We have 12 games to pick.
I got to win a couple of these games.
I'm only 6 games back with 12 to go. Hey, I may pull a Star trick here and pick all the opposite ones of Sammy.
There you go.
All right, y'all got all your sheets together?
Yep.
And by the way, you know, Stephenville, we'll talk more. You know, Holly, China Spring. You've been on that China Spring, and boy, they have just played lights out defense. Unbelievable. And we'll talk about their games coming up. Let's start with the 6-man state title games on Wednesday, 11 o'clock, Division I, May and Westbrook.
May.
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 Strong and Shiner.
What? What'd she say?
Something about May Strong.
Oh, that's her first picks on, okay, the 6-man Division II, 2 o'clock Wednesday. Strawn and Motley County. I'm going with Motley County.
I'm going with Strawn. There's your chance.
All right, then 2A
Who's
Division.
going to win that stuff?
Strawn.
Thanks.
No. Y'all haven't seen Motley County play this year.
You haven't either.
Oh, that's true. You smart aleck. I don't know if I can continue now. 2A Division I is 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Stars already picked Shiner. I'm going with Shiner.
I don't know that, Holly's had a great season. They beat a good football team last week, but I don't know how they're going to stop 280-pound Doug Brooks. I've seen every playoff game they had this year. He's something else, and his brother is even, I don't know how you say it, more special, but Doug is a big kid, big, heavy kid, 280, runs extremely hard like a bulldozer, got great lateral movement. But his brother's a tall, skinnier kid, and he can fly.
I need to watch that on. I would love to see that. I haven't
Yeah, I
seen
mean,
him.
I saw him play several games where you're like, there's no way he's going to get the edge on this team, and he gets the edge and makes yards out of nothing, but they're pretty special. Their defense plays pretty good. You know, I like watching that classification. It takes me back to days of Honeygrove when everybody played both ways and you had to be in great shape, but I just don't see how Holly's going to stop the Brooks train.
You know, Holly's pretty good, and first time at a state championship game. I'm telling you, 2A Division I think, is the toughest division class of all in Texas high school. Just saying. Man, there's so many great teams.
Yeah, they're great teams, and you also have to have kids playing both ways. You don't have the numbers of 2 platoon or have 1 or 2, playing both ways. Most of their guys go both ways, and you have to fight attrition, injuries and things like that. And boy, it's just a grind. But congratulations to Holly for making it that far, and wish them the best of luck. I just think they just ran into the Brooks train.
Yeah, Shiner is a beast. They could probably beat some 3A, maybe some 4A teams. All right, let's go to 2A Division II, 11 o'clock Thursday. Falls City, who pulled, I think, the big upset this year over Mart last week, 24-20, against Stratford, who ended Albany's great season.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about either one of those teams, but I've seen and followed Mart all year, and they've been just dominating people. And for Falls City to go and beat them like they did, I'm going to have to go with Falls City.
I'm going with Stratford. Star?
Stratford.
All right. Stratford Elks. You knew that,
I'm
right?
I'm feeling good because Stuckey gave me the...
Hey, what does he know? Just because he's won our Pick'em show every year for 13 years. All right, let's go with 3A Division I at 3 o'clock Thursday. Lorena 13-2 against 15-0 Brock. You know who I'm picking.
Brock.
Right, Brock?
I'll take Lorena.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Star, I think you and I just picked up a game.
I don't know. Lorena's...
See, even Derek is giving you that. What?
You're only 9 back now.
You think Brock's going to beat Lorena? They put up 50-something points
Lorena
every playoff game.
55-12 or what was it?
I got Lorena.
All right. Let's go with the 3A Division II, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. 2 15-0 teams, Franklin and Gunter. I know who you're picking.
I don't know. Who are you picking? Franklin?
Gunter.
You are?
Yeah. Star goes with Gunter.
I don't know. What do you think, Stuck? Franklin ain't bad. They're ranked number 1 for a reason.
Yeah, they are one, but Gunter's number 2.
Asking him.
Star she just presented
Y'all go with Franklin, so
she just presented herself from behind the screen and looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're cheating."
Oh, man. Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Franklin and Gunter.
I just impressed what Gunter did to Roosevelt last week, 47-12, and Roosevelt was a good football team.
They are, but they're no Franklin.
All right, he's going with Franklin, y'all.
I'm going with
Franklin. I think, Star, that's another one for us. All right, let's go with Friday's games. 4A Division I, 11 o'clock, Austin LBJ, Stephenville, both 15-0. I'll let you pick first here, Coach.
Well, Stephenville's played, I think, the toughest schedule in knocking off Argyle and then beating Melissa and then beating Wichita Falls Hershey. And I got to tip my hat to Hershey. Man, they got some cats. And they came out, played, and Stephenville, for the third time, has come back to win a football game to get themselves to the state championship. I just think that they have been through every struggle and every battle, and they have confidence. So I'm going to take Stephenville.
I'm going with Austin LBJ.
You know, Austin beat Chapel Hill on a late end of the game fade to win it.
They did.
Had to come back to win that sucker.
Yeah, won 38-35. You know, which is ironic because that's what Stephenville beat Hershey by, 38-35.
Yeah, the only comparison you have with those two really is they both have a common opponent in Waco, La Vega, and I think Johnson beat them 28-14, and Stephenville beat La Vega 37-7. So that's about the only comparison. But that was so far back in the season that you can't weigh that. So it's going to be a great ball game, I think.
All right, Star, who are you going with?
Austin.
All right. Let's go with 4A Division II, 3 o'clock Friday. China Spring 15-0 against 14-1 Gilmer.
China.
Boy, Gilmer just hammered Salina the other day. I mean,
Yes,
beat
they
him like a
did.
drum.
Like
I mean, not
a
bad, but
drum.
held him to 7 points.
Was it 27-7?
It was, and Selena's been scoring.
Who is Selena?
Salina.
She used to sing.
Yeah, sorry.
She had nothing to do with football.
Boy, but I can't go against
Salina.
China Spring.
I can't either. I'm taking China Spring.
Star?
Me too. I've already got my mark.
All right.
I'd take Gilmer. You know what?
Are you going with Gilmer?
I'll give you a chance.
All right.
I'll take Gilmer for
I
the
think
first
China
time this
Spring
year.
wins 27-14.
I'll take Gilmer.
All right, let's go with
Gilmer's pretty good.
5A Division I at 7 o'clock. Katie, and I don't know anything about that school. Pato is 14-1. College Station 15-0.
Katie.
They just beat
Yeah.
who they play last week like a drum.
They
and
did.
then College Station beat Summit. Is that right?
They did.
By a touchdown.
Boy, this Katy team
I know
is very
nothing about the
enticing.
Katy team, but yeah, they are.
I'm going to go with this Katy team. I think Star did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of want to go with them too, but that doesn't give you a chance to get back in this bad boy, does it?
We've already picked at least 6 different games.
Really? So
Yeah.
you're saying there's a chance I'm going to lose this sucker? Lose it? Be like the Houston Oilers and blowing a game against the...
We have
Who
picked
they
6
play, the
different
Bills?
games already. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'll go with College Station.
All right, there you go. 7 different games. Let's go with the Saturday games at 11 o'clock, 5A Division II. Liberty Hill just down the road against Dallas South Oak Cliff. And we talked about DISD. This is the first state title game for a DISD school since 2004. And it's South Oak Cliff's first trip, I think, last week to the semifinals since 1970. Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, and I think that Austin LBJ's first time in Austin school's been to the state championship since the 70s.
Oh, my gosh. How about that?
So I'll take South Oak Cliff.
Me too.
I think Destiny is for South Oak Cliff. I'll go with them, too. All right, the 6A Division I, 3 o'clock Saturday. Galena Park, North Shore, Duncanville, both with 1 loss. I have no clue.
Duncanville.
Okay. You know, I'm going with Duncanville, too.
I'll take North Shore.
All right, there we go.
Did you see their quarterback? He's like 7 foot tall and weighs like 290 pounds.
Who, North
Weighs like
Shore?
yeah, 4'1".
Really?
I don't know how, but it's close. He's big. He's good. They're good.
Hey, speaking of that, Derek is excited.
So is
because-
Duncanville.
Excited because they just had a commit to Texas. He was committed to Ohio State, the quarterback.
Yeah, South Lake Carroll.
South Lake Carroll is
Yeah, that's
committed to
yeah,
UT.
yeah.
That's good. That's
The kid from
Can't hurt anything.
speaking of Austin Westlake, the kid from Austin Westlake's the #1 recruit in the nation, isn't he?
I think he's going to Clemson, I think.
Yes,
Okay.
he is. That is
And-
true. You know what's funny is I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
no,
I
no,
watched
no,
that
go
game
ahead.
and they're talking about him going to Clemson. This guy's going here. This guy's going to Michigan. This guy's going. I'm like, phew, just roll them out on the field and let them do their thing. Gee, my knee.
so that leads us to the 6A Division II game, 7 o'clock. It is Austin Westlake against Denton Geyer. Both won huge last week. Geyer put up 59 points on Tomball.
Yeah, I picked Tom Ball. It shows you how smart I am.
Golly.
Beat him like a drum. Mike Smith was at the game. You know, the honorable judge Mike
Yes.
Smith. We talked about some of this stuff at the basketball game, and he said he was going to go watch those games, and he was texting me the scores throughout the game.
Man.
I told him I picked Tom Ball, so he was like, "Oh, you're wrong." I'm like, "You're right."
Boy, I tell you, yeah, both teams won big. Westlake
they
won
did.
big too. So I'm going to let you pick first,
Austin
Coach.
Westlake.
Star.
Denton.
You know what? I know this is stupid.
Yep.
But I just got a feeling about Denton Geyer.
That's a
I know
bet.
Westlake's got all these D1, but sometimes that doesn't always pan out.
I will say this. I usually talk smack when we're doing the pick'ems because I enjoy doing them and it's fun, but I'm just going to tell you, you miss that one bad.
Okay, let me go. No, I'm not going to change. All right, we did.
Well, I could have the biggest debacle in pick'em history right here, so we'll see how it turns
We
out.
differed
I'm
on
not gonna
9 games, so you're either going to slaughter us.
I think I got one sure thing. I think that last one is a sure thing.
Yeah.
I just made a pattern.
Let me see.
That's all I was doing.
Well, you know what? I was close, Star, except for
Golly.
this last one right here.
Yeah.
I'm bam, bam, bam. I'm
Yeah,
close.
so that's all I was
Man,
doing.
that is kind of weird how we picked all of those. All right.
You did. I didn't.
So the
No, he
You
was
and Stars
talking
are
to me
about the
today.
same.
you know, I think LBJ will beat Stephenville this week.
You
Sorry to all
said
of my
that.
Stephenville
Did you pick it?
friends. Yeah, I picked LBJ.
I think you're wrong there too.
Right. And boy, Boy, at this point, those state title games, who knows?
It's all about mistakes and turnover. Everybody's good on offense. Everybody's good on defense. Everybody's pretty good on special teams. So the one that makes the least mistakes is the one that's going to be successful. It's all about execution and minimizing mistakes.
I totally agree. So some great football kicking off Wednesday with May and Westbrook, 11 o'clock. And you'll be there. We'll be there.
Good luck, man. Go get them. Go get you that state title. It's awesome.
Yeah, won at 1977, so this would be their second.
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
Do you remember?
Nope.
Oh. I do.
You do?
Yeah, because they had a great basketball team, too. Bonnie Buchanan played.
I was set.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
was 8. What were you, like 32?
Pretty close. I was a junior in high school.
Really?
That
So
season.
you're,
It was my
what,
junior
15,
year.
16?
I was 16.
So you're only 8 years
Yeah, I
older than I
remember.
am.
Am I that much older than
I
you?
don't know. You just said you're 16. I was 8. Duck was 1. Who Star don't even say anything.
Yeah, Star.
Yeah,
Star wasn't even thought of in 1977.
Wow.
I thought 1977 was a fun year.
Mm-hmm.
The Rangers had a good year. Cowboys had a good year, won the Super Bowl against Denver later that season.
It was the year after the bicentennial.
Yeah.
Get you one of those.
There you
Bicentennial
go.
Parade at Coggin Park, 1976, still etched in my memory. It was
Oh,
an
man.
awesome day. It was
You were
really
7
cool.
years old
I
and
was
you
7
remember
years
it.
old. Mhm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a big deal. The
I remember
bicentennial.
1970 when Santa Claus came to Hamlin on the fire truck.
Really?
I don't know.
Down at the barber shop.
Man, some of the stories we could
I
tell.
I listened to the radio show on my way to work every morning. Y'all were talking about Christmas songs. But I didn't hear anybody mention Little Drummer Boy.
Come, they told me.
That's my favorite Christmas
That's a good
song.
one. Yeah, and not the Ray Stevens version either. No, that is a beautiful song. There's so many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Man. All right, hey, good show today, Coach, and we'll see about Wednesday.
Yeah.
Possibly a show. We'll see if we can hook up somewhere Wednesday afternoon after the May game and maybe record something.
Sounds good. I also want to mention again, don't forget tomorrow our boys play at Warren Gym. Bring a toy for the kids, Toys for Kids program, and make someone's Christmas merry.
Boy, amen to that. Last day to sign up, if you need help, is Wednesday, too, at the Grand Stars.
Awesome.
Several hundred families have signed up. There's a lot of families always in need for their kiddos. Let's make it a good Christmas for these kids.
Amen.
And thank you to Coach Parker and those guys for doing that tomorrow.
You betcha.
All right, Coach, anything else?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Brenner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Henrik Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, Willie's Teas, and it crossed my mind that lately I haven't thanked KOXC and you and Stuck and Star for all that y'all do to make this thing possible. So thank you for allowing us to do it.
But without you, the show wouldn't be. So thank you, Coach, as
You
always.
could find somebody.
Well,
to
it'd
fill
be
in a
me
little
and
better
Derek
than me.
Stuckley sitting here. No, we really appreciate you and all those kind words. And
You
we'll
bet.
see you Wednesday.
You bet. I'll see you bright and early Wednesday.
That's right. We leaving out a little before about 7 o'clock.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett on the Coaches Show every Monday and Wednesday at this time on KOXC, KOXC KBWD Facebook, and KOXC.com.